The verse that comes to mind when I look back over my life is this: "Your adversary the devil prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour." I did not understand that verse as a child, but I understand it now. Because before there was fear, there was joy. Before there was hatred, there was laughter. Before there was anger, there was innocence. When people remember me as a child, they do not remember darkness. They remember joy. They remember laughter. They remember light. I was the child who laughed at everything. I loved to run. I loved to play. I loved people. I was carefree. I was oblivious to many of the dangers around me. Life still felt safe. Life still felt open. Life still felt full of wonder. And that is important to say because when people hear my testimony, they might think I was always angry, always wounded, always broken. I was not. Something happened. Something entered. Something started changing the foundation. One of my earliest memories is a bright day. The sun was out. I was outside playing. I was a little girl among 3 brothers. And on that day, I witnessed my father violently beating my mother. I can still see it. Decades later, I can still see it. That image never left me. I did not have language for what I was seeing. I did not understand trauma. I did not understand domestic violence. I did not understand spiritual warfare. I only knew that something inside me changed. The foundation cracked. For the first time, I saw evil, not in a movie, not in a story, not in a sermon, in my own home. And when a child sees evil but has no power to stop it, a decision gets made somewhere deep inside. The child starts trying to make sense of what they are seeing. I remember hating it. I hated the violence. I hated what it was doing to my family. I hated what it was doing to my mother. I hated the fear. I hated the chaos. And because I was a child, I did not realize that hatred is not neutral. Hatred always wants agreement. That is the part I understand now. I thought I was rejecting evil. But somewhere along the way, evil convinced me to take hold of anger as my weapon. I entered into an agreement with rage. Not consciously, not intentionally, but genuinely. I became angry. Angry at my father. Angry at my mother. Angry at the helplessness. Angry at the injustice. Angry at the silence. And anger began growing inside me. What I did not know then was that anger would become one of the enemy's strongest footholds in my life. Around the same period, something else started happening. The dreams began. Night after night, I would dream of a lion. Not once, not twice, constantly. The lion would stalk me, pursue me, hunt me. Sometimes I would see the violence from my home replayed in my dreams. Sometimes I would simply feel terror. The fear that had entered my waking life had now entered my sleeping life. The battle had moved from the house into my mind. At the time, I thought these were just dreams. Now I look back and I see something deeper. The thing that had come for my family had also come for me. And while all of this was happening, another wound was quietly forming: the need to be loved. My older brother rejected me. I could feel it. I was a nuisance. I was an irritation. I was unwanted. At least that is what I believed. And when a little girl begins believing she is unwanted, she starts searching for evidence that she is wanted. That search became one of the defining themes of my life, because every decision that followed was connected to that wound. I wanted to be chosen. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be seen. I wanted someone to tell me I mattered. I wanted someone to tell me I was beautiful. I wanted someone to tell me I belonged. I did not realize it then, but I was already beginning to build my identity around a question only God could answer. And that question was, am I loved? Looking back now, I can see the pattern: violence, hatred, anger, fear, rejection, and then the desperate search for love. The lion was not just attacking my circumstances. The lion was attacking my identity. And I did not even know it.